best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Returning it from the 4. And this return gets to the 30 before he stops.
At their own 30-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Daniels going to throw to get us started. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
1st and 10 from the 41.
No touch that.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Tiger Hornet. No touch that. Hey, Silver. Try left Yanni.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. He put everything he had into this one. Big gain downfield. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome a quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Throw complete to Sinnott. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
And this is another incompletion. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up. The Commanders ready for the punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Good, check.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Good, check.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Great, check. 63.
Hurts now from the gun. Has a man, it's Brown. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. On first down, they'll run. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets in, touchdown! The Eagles get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Kelee Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'd make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal.
Don't touch that. Go Silver, ready? Crowd up, Yeti. Crowd up, Yeti. Don't touch.
Hurts. He's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 20-zip lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play. They just exposed them.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Second down and 10. Daniels. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. That was almost a huge play with an interception.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Let's go. Check, pop pass. Check, pop pass. Hurt.
Out of the gun, Daniels. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Fourth down, here's Daniels. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. First and 10 now from the 30.
Don't touch that. Hey, easy. 63, pass. 73. Crowd left Yeti. Hey, 73. Hey, Alpha. Don't touch.
Here's Hurts. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. So it'll be second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Crowd left Yeti. 63. Oh, it's Silver, ready? Don't touch.
Second down. Hurts throwing again. double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. Jeremy Chinn has got it. And the Commanders take over as he records his 10th career INT.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something-something to the return.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll have it 3rd and 3. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down. He got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
On first down, here's Daniels. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He'll cobble together a yard there. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Connects on the crosser. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Barkley. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. He gets him 3. This brings up 2nd and goal. Hurts setting up to throw. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
3rd and short, Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Again, Daniels to the air. He finds him beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They're now set for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's got time here. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Commanders with some work to do, trailing in this game. Trying again following the sack. It's caught, Eckler. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Working quickly here. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's McCaffrey working the sideline. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Let's go.
From the red zone now. And they pick him off again. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's going deep. Big gain downfield. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Daniels on first down. Launches one deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Here we go, set. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's on the move. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. Second down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Let's go now.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And they pick him off again. Cooper to Jean in to pick it off. And the Eagles make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Mevis ready to send this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running left, this is Barkley. Escapes a defender. Breaks through, and he might break away. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield.
Great, set.
At the 50-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And his short run's going to get them into enemy territory to the 49. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's caught for the first. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
73. Hey, thumbs up, alert.
Hurts now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That play is so impressive on so many levels, not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
Crowd left, Yanni. Hey, you on left.
Hurts throwing again. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They give it to him again. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
1st down, and they go right back to him. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense in the hurry up here. Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Escapes the pocket. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Commanders with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the fourth. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Set.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Second down and 10. Daniels bails out of the pocket quick. And they give to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
They send a man in motion. Here he is on third and long. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker.
18,
Motioning the tight end now. On first down, here's Daniels. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Eagles capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Johnson gets it on first and 10. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
First and 10 from the 41.
Great. Set.
We're on here with Will Shipley. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up second and 7.
Great. Set.
Putting a receiver in motion. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
73.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Juke the defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. Man in motion, out of the slot. Receiver gets it again. Man, they're keeping him busy. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal.
Hey, 73.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Eagles continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. To throw, Daniels. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. You've got to keep moving quick here. Play fake here, Daniels. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Forced out to his right. And they pick him off again. That is Lewis Cine. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. To the ground with Barkley. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Hurts now on 4th. The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.